they will get. So the focus and emphasis is on those hardest hit parishes. Sorry, clarification. The mayors in the hardest hit parishes who do not have already Starlink and the municipal corporations will get Starlink to operate as they are the emergency response. Municipal corporation is the emergency response for the parish. The Jamaica Defense Force and Jamaica Constabulary Force also have utilized Starlink to coordinate humanitarian logistical operations and provide missions. Finally, Starlink has also employed to restore cell services to some areas. I indicate the ATMs. We have gotten lists from the Jamaica Bankers Association. We're working with them through Starlink to connect the ATMs in those affected areas, and we expect to get at least 10 of them up this week. So we are ticking the boxes of all of the essential services that are going to be required. JPS, I leave that for the president of JPS to make a presentation. He made a presentation to Cabinet this morning, for which they will be called to come to Cabinet every week to give an update to Cabinet starting today, and also hopefully after today when he speaks, the people of Jamaica will get more information flow on a regular basis on the recovery efforts of Starlink. We expect that, JPS, we expect that tomorrow hopefully will be the last flight by the JDF that I have arranged to give them a final look at the damage to the transmission lines. So hopefully, with that being done, we should be in a position to get a full assessment as the government, and then the people of Jamaica can start to get the answers that they are so anxious to hear, based on the frustration level of knowing that you live in a community that has minimal damage and yet still you don't have light. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. It's based on the damage that has taken place. So I'll also ask the JPS to attend on press conferences held by the government to give updates ongoing until we know exactly where we are. Petrojam, important. The refinery sustained no major damage. As we know, it has adjusted its opening hours to 6 p.m. to allow refueling of tankers, trucks for distribution to Western Jamaica. And since Thursday, October 30th, over 400 tanker trucks have been loaded destined for all parts of Jamaica, including the hardest hit parishes. And as the roads are clear by the National Works Agency, the tanker drivers will transport the much needed resource. So there is no need to panic buy or store excess fuel. We have adequate fuel. Another one that is important is aviation fuel, because we have a lot of assets that are going to be traversing the skies, and we have more coming. So we have between 75 and 80% capacity across our international airports, and we are coordinating with our international partners such as Grey Bull Rescue and the Fuel Relief Fund to support distribution of energy fuel for humanitarian efforts. Rubis has a total of 41 open service stations across the island, which is 82% of their network. 7 stations remain closed. 2 have a status to be confirmed, but due to communication challenges, so they also have put in extra staff and resources to reopen remaining stations and carry out maintenance in St. James. The Westgate service station is now open 24 hours a day to meet the demands. I had a meeting with them last week, and we have set up a system with the police and the National Works Agency to give them the coverage that they need to get through the traffic, and also to make sure that they are safe. Johnson's petroleum networks remain stable and functional. No major infrastructure damage, and they also have stations and deliver fuel around the island. JUTC 175 buses in service across Kingston Metropolitan and Portmore, and several more are being prepared for rural routes as the roadways open. JUTC has played a vital role in relief efforts, as we know, and they continue to work with the health workers, security forces, and emergency personnel. I will also indicate that we have taken a decision today to suspend the introduction of the rural school bus fares that were supposed to be implemented on November 1st at $50 per trip to the end of November in the first instance, as everybody has been affected by the storm, hurricane, in one way, shape, or form. Norman Manley International Airport, as we know, reopened less than 48 hours after the storm and continue to bring in significant relief flights and commercial flights. We had a record